like a stadium shaking to the ground. People in the crowd, and I ain't coming down. Oh, I'm unstoppable. Oh, I'm unstoppable. Come on, y'all. Come on in. We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world with me. It's time our faith, it's destiny. Come rule the world with me. We can rule the world. Rule the world. This is Valley of Wolves. We can rule the world. Rule the world. We can rule the world. Bring it to the streets. Can't hold us down. We're taking over the seats. One day is rich, will soon be gone. Oh, we're unstoppable. Oh, we're unstoppable. Collective, come on, this is it. This is what we've all been waiting for. We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world with me. This time our faith, it's destiny. Come rule the world with me. We can rule the world. Rule the world. We can rule the world. Rule the world. We can rule the world. Rule the world and we'll shake the ground. Ain't falling down. Here comes the noise and we'll turn it down. Rule the world and we shake the ground. We got the fire, we ain't falling down. We fight the powers that be. Come rule the world with us. This time our faith is destiny. Come rule the world with us. You can rule the world. We're doing it now. Rule the world. I'm fixing to show you how. We can rule the world. We're doing it now. Rule the world. I'm going to show you how. What's up? What's up? I didn't know I was going to sing that whole thing. That's 3 y'all in here. Come on in. Come on in. Over here, here's the rule right now in this video, in this live over here. We already know that we're ruling the world with our powers. We already know what we have walked, what our journey has ended, what we have been gifted. We already know that we're moving in to our crystalline body right now, and that we're all collected and we're all connected. And that we just took back a timeline. So that's where we are on this video right now. I'm talking to my sisters. I'm talking to my brothers. I'm talking to all of y'all in the different dimensions that are all experiencing union right now. And you're activating your crystalline body. And I'm going to show you with physics. And we're going to talk about what your temple is. And we're going to discuss today on Tuesday, which is what? Mars Day. Mars Day. Why you think we got Taco Tuesday? Everybody just think that the Lego thing was just a ha, dude, where's my shorts? I live that. David, where's my shorts? See, I'm looking for my headset. Maybe it's by me. Yes, it is. It's Mars Tuesday, okay? So Tuesday, Monday's the moon day. Tuesday's Mars. So what does that mean? It means it's like imprinting. It's like the collective, everything. Hold on. How are y'all? If y'all know any sisters that are sitting at home, or any brothers that have been having crazy dreams, or you are all of a sudden having a shock activation and you don't even know why the heck that you clicked on my video and I'm right here. If everyone can take like a minute and take a deep breath and ask your consciousness, is there anybody else who needs to be here right now? And whatever you get, take an action. I'm going to explain to you why it's so important in the physics of the telepathy of what's going on down here right now. Because this has never been done before. You know, I'm not surprised that there's only 3 of us on. There's Brenda. See, she's in my crew. And Eli. Eli, where are you? Where are you on this floating rock, man? I'm fixing to do some physics. You know, a lot has been happening in the past 4 days. And y'all don't forget, I'm going through it too. Like, for real. But it's, number 1, dust yourself off. That's what we're doing right now. And there'll be parts of this that I can go in and explain. I mean, my crew and I can 2 days ago, we connected into the Aquarius Vegan DNA and linked it to the Galactic Consciousness DNA in the 5th dimension. For the first time, creating a new frequency that then was able to materialize, okay, the 6th root race that we've all been manifesting through manifesting a new divine feminine, manifesting a new divine masculine. Because the feminine got here and then what the hell happened, right? Well, we're just getting to the bottom of it. And see, some of us walked it to undo it. Because if you want to, because time is not what you think it is. This is why we're here. And so what I'm witnessing too is because we're coming back down. So what I've been witnessing too is, I mean, y'all are seeing, like, if you saw massive groups of children getting saved, or you were sitting with a bunch of children, or you were flying them out, or if you did battle with the snake, like any snake, if you saw any snake in your dreams, what kind of snake was it? Was it pure and pretty, or did it scare the living shit out of you? Okay, that is what dimension you were here to clean up of that snake. We all did it together. Everybody's starting to see now through that dimensional consciousness because we rewrote it. And I'm going to go into some physics of it. This should give you an idea. I saw a baby snake in my, okay, and Aaron, okay, first realize so everything is phonetics and code. So Aaron, like literally, you're holding Z, Omega, ERI, because ERI is gone. There's no more E, there's no more I, because there's no, you're the charge in and of itself. So your field is an Omega field. So you saw a brand new version. That's my point. Each of us, man, it's drip. Look. In my Akashic library, I have the Book of the Dead. It's how we got out of all of this. But I don't know. Now all y'all have what you need, but we don't have the spells. It's in your Akashic library. You don't you don't know any recipes. All you know is how to defend it. But then whenever your field, it hits your field, it breaks it apart, and it only shows you what you need to do in order to protect yourself, protect others, or to just see, because now you're just seeing what's being released. And to the extent that everything in this plane was held up on black magic. Truly. Truly. From like ancient laws, it's a book with its MA. See, I don't know where I'm going today with all this. I know I'm going to be drawing some stuff. But see, from a human perspective into, because, okay. Timelines are always written like this. This is harvest time. This, what that meant down here in weird rigger world, in Wally world, was all controlling the energetics of the planet by controlling the activated human DNA that was already here working as one. It was all over. It wasn't land they were fighting over. It was human DNA. Always has been. But see, this is, and I didn't know this until I freaking activated all this DNA and I showed up because look, the other thing is there's other times, see, there's timelines of people that are going to identify with what I just said. Because that comes from a different Akashic library. Some are going to more identify this with a star mission that, you know that they came back to Earth for. And so their Akashic library is going to be shown to them in a different way. But depending on where it was in the gene code and spliced, it's the same event. It's the same change in a qubit. And it goes across a very tight-knit DNA strand when you get all the way to the top, which is what we did, which was how we took it over. Right? All it takes is one being that has that Akashic record. Now, there wasn't just one of us. There was two of us. See, and there was always two of us. Now, I can track that story to a queen. I can track that story to an Egyptian mummy. I can track it back to the two babies that are in Tut's tomb. And then it was a lot of timelines because the government got it. I mean, let's be real. This is Nasara Gasara. What does that mean? That means that the human race was in a massive takeover. But it always had been controlled by the same powers. But also what it was, I mean, because understand that, because me, I know I'm from Portsmouth, UK. Yes. Ah, that port. See, I needed to see that. 11, y'all, Washington State. Oh, we've been cleaning Washington. We've been cleaning Washington. That is what we've been doing. All the way down to Port Arena and some crazy black ancient magic or something that was, because, see, as soon as the collective makes a decision, we all work together. We all work together, though. So right now, on the number one on this video is I'd explain how the hell it matters. I want everybody in the full honor of disclosure to pull out a piece of paper before you go to bed tonight, and I want you to write down everything you know about who done it. I just want you to write it down. You don't have to call nobody. You don't need to get nobody on the phone. You don't even need, all you need to do is write down what you know about who done it. And I promise you, we'll get the messages. Because we took over everything. You writing it down and putting that imprint, then puts a collective consciousness stamp, and then it'll trigger, just you writing it down, then sends up, because everything down here, what's first rule on earth? Everything is polarized. Earth is trippy. I'm telling you. Because you're going to be opening up all these Akashic libraries that teach you all of a sudden how to do your hair like this. Right? You have that ability. You have that knowledge of how to do it yourself like that. In fact, you've got some really cool hair things that everyone in the world tries to replicate. Right? Okay. That's an Akashic library that you have been able to take what you see and work your fingers and practice the braiding, and you can do it not only to somebody else, but you can now do it to yourself. Or sometimes you can do it to yourself, but you can't do it to anybody else. But it doesn't matter. What you're doing is pulling in that information. And you got to get good with your fingers. Man, people trip out how fast I can type. They're like, well, I've had a lot of experience doing it because I wrote a lot of this wrong, and it was a lot of writing. Okay? As I'm communicating with different energy fields with different people, because what I'm doing is braiding it. What I'm doing is what you're doing. Because everything's energy, your powerful energy, holy MFers. Like, I literally got sent, because I'm Libra, okay? Like, you know, I have all the Akashic libraries. I have keys to all of them. How do I unlock them? Getting with you guys. We have to, how did we unlock them? Doing what I'm telling you. We had to energetically pull each other. We charged to a common charge. Where is my... Now this is the 1111 portal too. And what I'm telling you right now is not like any other video that you've ever watched. What I'm telling you right now is this is the culmination of any other video you've ever watched about anything. Okay? Because what is happening is an alignment energetically of galactic proportions. This has never been done before. In the middle like this. It's like we hijacked. Everybody go with me to Outlander now. Y'all seen that show? What does Outlander have, Druid? Oh, come on, marker. Please work. Please, 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 marker. We give you love. Please work. Please work. We love you, marker. Okay. Druid. What does that mean? Well, that means that you're hooked, your genetic line, okay, is hooked into timelines like that. And there's two sides. I don't care who you are, you're linked into that. So either directly or indirectly is my point. Okay. So, because this was linked in to blood, to the intent of blood to make the earth. It's Terra. It's Gaia. It ended up being Arcturus consciousness. It ended up being Venus, right? But I mean, this is the ancient people. What did they do with intent? Certain families, not everybody. This is where everything got all nuts. But I'm explaining to you the power of intent in a new field that we're in right now. Because what I'm telling you of how it was all done, I know it's undone because my crews have walked it and birthed every piece of it out of it. That's how I know about it. I didn't. Now think back to what you walked out of in any shape or form. Right? Because that's how you found out about it, is from walking out of it in some way, shape, or form. Now, it's how you have to look at everything. Because we did come from the future. Everything blew up down here. And so our souls exist now in bodies that, thanks to the collective and to how this thing really works at the highest intent, no matter what it was being used for, which my crew walked too, which is how we blew it up, right? So there's always one bloodline that was linked into here. And so all the people in Ireland, I mean, even their period blood, it was a blue race, meaning it was the original race that gave a one daughter a sacrifice because there was only one line that could give it up. See? But in the nature of physics, whenever you do that, okay, then automatically what you create is a shadow of it. Because if there's that seed that's going that deep in space, because remember, space is like layers. It's not just nothing. Trust me. It's what holds your Akashic libraries. It's the DNA that holds the Akashic libraries connected to this freaking original being. It's where the pulses come out and overlap in these different gates. So throughout all human existence, there's always been time periods that these overlap. It's why it's there. To keep because there's a masculine that's holding this. There's a feminine that's holding this. Well, basically what was happening is we were getting bumped like that. Like it just depended. It was 'cause we were trapped down here. And then so much was because because it had to happen so quick. So it's like so this became a galactic war. But then you had, because because it was like the lighter, lighter, darker, darker. I mean, you can put Atlantis in here. Because it's all the same event. It's all from the same story. Are you trapped right here? Maybe. Does it mean you're trapped? No. But understand that you only have this piece of it. It is connected into everything I'm telling you, and it's connected into what your neighbor's telling you, and it's connected into whoever else's dream in a way right now, because it's one collective mind that's all releasing it at once. Y'all are all dreaming about the same things. Or you're seeing this event never, never, never happen, and now these guys up here are going, oh my God, everyone's alive now. And you're like, yep, because that never happened now, because we changed it over here. There's been a lot of trippy stuff going on because everything shut down, and then it all had to realign. So basically, but understand that it's a human body. It's because down here on Earth, because this is just the Earth plane. Well, but this then became Venus. Now you got Venus and Mars. Now, and every single time you throw a G hook to go in for 2G, 3G, for whatever, it was going up here, okay? Whenever we were supposed to be way the fuck down here, we wasn't supposed to jump from here to here. How did we do that? They freaking came and took that out. Twisted it. Basically gave like a 5% projector right there. And then they were up here and we were down here. But it was us. We were living all the karma of everything they were doing up here, down here. And oh my God, the deeper that you got connected to here with an holy hell. Because it's all energy flushing through one freaking system. It's not what you think. Not how they had it set up. It was one big energetic machine that was then being held down in hyperspace, basically, because the way it was set up. I really think how it happened. Do you really want to know how I think it happened? Because, see, these laws that are written, they're on record. And the beings down here, okay, that had these high posts of command in whatever Akashic, from the human perspective, since everything blew up and they didn't have any other way to know how to govern it, not understanding the power and why the original law was written to begin with. And with laws written so ancient that and those laws written with only the understanding of ancient terminology and elements, because You didn't have everything to choose from down here whenever you're making a law. It's pretty cut and dry. But you can't take that same, but the way it was set up is almost like, it really was almost like a computer system pulled up the thing and said, oh, well, here's the law on magic, and this is what's determined to be that. And so that is what it is. And then, but that happened because think about what law is. You go prove a case of a case of a case. Well, where did the original case come from? And now I want to dive into what law is, because law is just Illuminati freaking skull and bones. Mindfuckery. Because the only college that proved to be correct was King's College. That's the only one. King's and Queen's College. From way the fuck back. Those are the only two that have the correct education system in it, because Oxford and Harvard were done off the people's back when they stole the monarchy from the Vatican. And they had that old Knights Templar crazy ass shit going on. That's the Vatican took control of it then, but the Vaticans aren't even the real Catholics. They changed that way out here, at least what the beliefs were as written in a book, and then transformed into power their weird ass spells that were underneath it, that were on some shit y'all don't want to know about. Nasty. I'm even pissed off that I had to see it to undo it. If I'm honest, it's like, I didn't need to know about that. I'm mad that I had to even see it in order to freaking undo it. It's so gross. It's truly how everything was run down here. Everyone in the consciousness now is just going to see it. You've been seeing it the whole time. They've been catching us in the start. I mean, crap, I've got a picture of when Cygnus opened up the portal and we freaking went in. Because I'm only telling you from an Earth perspective. Understand that as an organic being, we had to put on a freaking suit in order to interact. Basically, it's what you've been doing too. Cause this is it. This is now. Your energy is your body. It's your body. It's your body. And how are you connecting to all of us? You're clear enough to get a channel. Consider yourself privileged to get clear channels, and understand that not just anybody can communicate with the clear channels around you, but understand that you might be the only one that can communicate with the clear channel around you. And now if you're on land and you're not making the phone call, oh shit, well then some of your power just got taken back. Now. Because we need every man on the ground. So you can't, it's like you can't be scared no more about doing anything that you know you're supposed to do for a fear of just somebody telling you you're crazy. Definitely not. Like, you definitely can't control a whole bunch of power if you can't stand up to nobody because you're scared of what they might think of you right now. You're in a fucking false matrix. Duh. You're the one there to change it. You're the walking qubit. You are. So if you don't say it, then no one else gets all the changes that everyone else lined up and that you signed up to get for having that conversation. And because all you got to do is communicate it. That's it. You just got to bridge the energy and figure out why you're there. That's it. That's it. Magic is natural like us. Yes, we didn't know any. So happy I came here. Mwah. See, there's a new perspective. There's a new perspective because right now and I'll just remind y'all, like, I'm literally Venus. Literally. And it's not about me. I'm telling you that because y'all don't know my whole journey. See, there's different ones of y'all on here that know different pieces. Some of y'all have just seen me. Some of y'all have been following me since Cosmic Christie. Some of you are on my polo crew. Some of you are on my current crew. Some of you are on crew 1 that did the blood. Some of you are on crew 2 cleaning up the shadow of it after all my other crew had to back off and go deal with the rest of it while I had to keep going with the shadows of it, which then created the next crew that then now we're on that closed it up at the final 13. Now we've got 20 on board, but what I've been doing then is merging through relationships and communication, mostly to men, because us women are here to help the men. They want our help. They need the ones that are around you right now. They're around you for a reason. If you're all by yourself like me, then everybody was after you. Okay? Let's just get real with it. What, 2, what, 3? That's a 333 code. Okay, look. 1, 2, 1. Okay. If you see any numbers and patterns like that, 3, 5, 3. I'm trying to think. Oh, the big, see, 2, 3, 2's been a big one right here. Actually, okay, when you're seeing codes, when you're seeing matrix codes, understand that the middle one's coming out from the druid count. Okay? And this is spinning. This is spinning. So basically, like, okay, we'll start with synchronicity. So basically how synchronicity works is that we've already carpented. There's already a carpenter that's come in. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter. Those of you who built it know. There's carpenters that have already come in and connected all these timelines from the original druid count, merged it all together, created one massive charge that is all pulling us all up there. It's all pulling us all up there. It's all been culminated. Like, we still have a year to finish walking through what got me here. And trust me, get your fucking popcorn. What the hell? Y'all are not going to believe what heads I have in a duffel bag. And see, I'm getting to the rest of it now by all y'all saying who done it. Because I tell you right now, every being on this planet has a past unless you don't tell us who told you to do it. Or how you think that it was done to you. Because everybody was under mind control. We ain't worried about that. We want to know, how was it done to you? How were they controlled? We need each one of y'all. And if you have a name, then you write it down. They will be brought to justice. And they will have an out. As long as they tell us who did it. Because we will find the 3 that did all this. And there's only 3. There's 3. And we're this fucking close. But in order to get it all, we're literally cleaning the entire DNA of the planet and opening up every single Akashic library. And we're linked into the wolf now. And the coyote. For the first time in human history. As a collective of an energetic that's on a walking plane that can hold this crazy mess. Because out here in space, all these energies are culminating and they form like trees. It's like this out there. Because it was all fracked out and bloop. So it's like, because this is all now one charge, but you're still coming into that one charge. Got me? You're still everybody right now. And this is why everyone gets so mad. Like, just get in your car and come over and I can't. Man, you decided to see me a month ago and I've been having to clear your entire family lineage. Seriously. Like, you can't, the whole point is that you need to get to me. I need to get to you. We know that. Okay, I'm making an intent to get to you. I'm making an intent to get to you. Understand right now in this quantum energy and in this merge that's going on right now, you like, if you know your power, like right now, I can't get on a plane unless I have 3 holding me down. Unless consciously, unless there's a king with me that holds that same consciousness as me. Otherwise, I risk going into a low zone and then tapping it. Everything's quantum energy. The more that y'all that activate, then the less I have to worry about it. But until the ones who activate are holding that consciousness with me at that level, then I have to hold that. And I know that's why I didn't get to go to Hilo. I mean, I would have blown everything up. But, I mean, they were fucking with me. So, okay, fine. That's what's been going on. And those of y'all that are here, I promise you this. You do not know the tenth of what you control down here. I promise you that. Because I'm the one who is here to break open y'all's powers. So I'm the one who freaking had to go to wizard court. What the fuck? Out here in some mystical place. I don't know. All of a sudden yesterday I was in wizard court staring at some magic of laws of magic, MAGICQE. And it was like there were certain energies, okay, that were given a name at some place in time over human existence. And these energies were given a name, and that name is important because it's an energy frequency. And even more than that, if it's not letters, then oh my God, now it's angles and whatever. And then so anything that was birthed from that name or connected to that power source was literally put in a prison down here of you using your own powers against you to keep you in the prison. According to some book. And I was like, well, first of all, it's a law. That's a mirror reflection of the natural organics of nature in and of itself. You can't do that. You can't hold an entire energetic plane of power in a lower I mean, because understand, then that means like if you're a light being and you're going down here, like, because your blood, you're going to magnetize to it. So it's like if you're super, super, super light frequency and you're down here in an earth plane at sea level and you're an organic being, then you're making all the trees and shit. You are. You are. It's the collective frequency that's coming in, and that happens to be your, I mean, but it's just because it's because of where you are. Like, you can change if if you're way down here in Ireland, because look, understand that there's a dark energy that you had to go to battle with in order to even exist and get through all these crazy timeline gates. Because we walked it. Like, those of y'all that are showing up right now, like, I'm telling you where we are now. What I'm also doing is explaining how your consciousness is seeing synchronicities that are lining you up with the timelines that are rewritten right here. So it's because all the DNA has been proven back to that crazy ass book, and then all the ones all the way down. Okay, so it's like if you were way down here on 232 codes, but you were completely separated from your 555 projection, which was what was going on, then what's happening to you is that you're having a rapid up because you've got to go through 232. That's got to get you to 343. Then you got to get to 454. Then you're at 99. But those are just gene codes, and each one of those is producing this here, okay? Because they're different. It's just different versions of your story that got cut out for you to be it right here. So some of you are, and then understand that you have different energies. So it's like your whole life could have been doing 232 and 454 simultaneously, which is like me. If you've got a lot of 9-1s, karmas, or you know that you're Judah or from the Issacharius line or Judah line, I'm hearing Lamb, Tribe of Dan, then you've been doing both of them. So at the same time in this life. So that's why it's been so crazy. Because it affects way down here at the root, and then it came up here, and then it's like we had to meet it in the middle. But simultaneously, different reflection versions of us were up here doing it, being bought and sold, and we didn't even get to beam me up Scotty until now. But it's always how it was done. Does that make sense? So, everyone take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And then shake it up. Shake it up, 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 shake it up. Right? Because that mental energy, man, it'll spin you out. I'm air, I know. Like, just today I started typing ancient Ming quantum codes now. Like, that information, yeah, it brings your bubble up. That's why you get dizzy. Okay, it don't mean don't go up there. You kind of got to get through there. Like, you got to. So what you have to do is go up and then go down. You're alchemizing your energy, which is why we're talking about the body now, because it's what it is. You're producing your energy codes. So if you're all of a sudden seeing 232, 232, it's 232, it's 232, it's 230. Yeah, okay, stop. Yeah, all right. Why? What's going on? What's it on? What car is it on? See, this is what the Druids always had that no one else had, that thought we were stupid. Oh, well, that don't mean nothing. Are you sure? I see a deeper meaning in that. Why? Why does it this Druid line see that? And this is really what it comes back to, like Masonry. This is what it is. It's like, I'm giving you the root. If you want to pick up the Illuminati handbook, well, then there's the quantum book for dummies. And that they were controlling it all up here with quantum book of dummies from energy that I'm telling you, they've been doing it for a while, y'all. I'm just telling you, we finally rose up and cut that. All this was fake bullshit. Fake, not real. The reality of this world comes from us, the collective, us, humans, us. Not as it's fed to us. But we have to make this, you have to make an action on land now. Right now I'm telling you how to sync yourself, because that's the most important part. And then I do have a message for goddesses and people in union dealing with sexual energy when we get done with this. Because we're back to this is how you alchemize your energy. This is alchemization. This is for true soul. This is to get your body to the right blend so you get the best telepathy, so you ain't got to worry about shit. But reading the signs and getting your frequency up so that you get pulled up into your places up here, because a lot of y'all on here got places up here. You're coming back down. You're projecting. You gotta get in it. And what's happening right now is like some of y'all got to get in it before I can get in union. When I get in it, and it's already happening, but it's not just a little thing. It's when I get in union, it means the entire Akashic library that of all that is going to start projecting to everybody. I can't even describe it. Right now, we're just lining up, because understand that this all links into galactic circles. Union is 4 consciousnesses. It's a union of the full 2 galactic humans making a new frequency, having to be completely cleared, having cleared all their races, through the gypsies, through the wolves, through the Indians, through the entire red people, and the crazy tribal shit that's been going on down here, because then the men were given all their power to 3 men that were bound and determined to keep them men. It's not just a little, and it's all of us in different ones. So, and energetically, sexual energy is what ruled the world with black magic. It's strong. It's powerful. Men, if you are not in union, stop fucking ejaculating. Oh my God. And all my goddesses and anybody out there that wants to spread this message, if you are a man and you are not in union and you are one waiting for your queen, stop releasing your seed into the fucking air, because then we end up having to chase it. Stop. If you are a man and you are not in union, my 3 sons were creating new family members. Yeah, it's all happening on Nash. I mean, this is right. My 3 dads actually, kind of like a reality show of all of us, because it really is like all of us have superpowers and we're trying to figure them all out. And then as we work together, then we get exposed new superpowers, but then we can only do them together. So it's like, but that's really what's happening. So a reality show like that, because it is what it is. is basically what's forming too. Y'all, what do y'all think? Elon does not have a new baby. It's a fucking mirror of what we just birthed here that he keeps claiming is his. Y'all keep manifesting that it's his, then it'll be his. That's go ahead, shit. I'm done fighting it. I'm done. That's y'all doing it. If you can't make that connection, right? No, he doesn't have a new baby. He couldn't even give that other baby a name, could he? No, because I reclaimed my son's name. Yes, that's what happened. Then he had to name it some weird digit. Of what? 12? What's my son's hockey number? 12. What's in it? An X. AE, Alpha, Eta. The storm. Come on. Come on. It's phonetics down here. It's what rules the world. Energy. So since we can't like just change our entire fucking language, that's why we speak light language. It clears it fast, but it ain't just that we do it. We have to live through it. We've got to keep connecting it and alchemize it all the way up. If you're an ancient, that's what you're doing when you're speaking light language. Until we can phonetically get the group of us into these higher counts, because we already have the new language somewhat. It has to change, and if you're living in Mexico speaking Spanish, it's the worst one. What are we gonna do right now? You know, it's like we're coming back down to earth a minute. We can't go. Libra. Libra. There's Libra. Okay. Let me see where it is right now, because this is what's going on. By the way, this is JFK stuff came up today. The 1999 plane crash. It's what I'm speaking of. All they needed was the DNA energetic to match the Kobe, to match the plane crash, to match, I mean, it's all the same event. This whole thing was cut off. Like 9/11 never happened. I don't know what's fixing to happen. I mean, because this is an entire Giza alignment. Like, this is what I'm trying to communicate. The most important thing Fernando, if or somebody who has my number, my phone number, can you text me this video right now? If you're on and you have my phone number, can you share the video link? Because I'm gonna get it to someone on here. I got, what kind of plane is that? A cropper plane? Okay, Venus 16. Yeah, see, Venus see, Venus just went into Hercules. So Venus just went in at 16. So Venus is at 16 degrees. Okay, so there's 15. Okay. Here's 0 to 3. 0 to 3, this is bones. of a 33, or the reflection of bones, depending on which side your energy balances on. Were you the one that was the mummy that was producing the bones, or were you the reflection up here? I don't know. See, that's where you get all crazy in those dimensions. But it all lines up on Libra. It all lines up on a primer, right? So bones at 33, and then they reflect down here, okay, these timelines, and then up here is where you're getting the full, now you've got the bones, the bone structure of a 33, all the way to 29 degrees, well, 27 basic. All, because see, once you get, so this is all air. This is all air and blown out bone, basically, when energy comes in through Virgo. Because think about it, because this is Virgo. So Virgo is like all the energy of the planet. It's Earth, but it's energy of Earth. So when Virgo comes into Libra, it's like a blast out. It's like hose down, literally, because it's blasting through bone. Oh, yay. Is that, so Shanman's on. Okay, cool. Oh, there you are. Is that you? I'm so confused. I'm getting like messages from different things, but I think that means he's on. Let me see. Because if it's me, then I know it's me. And there's me. Okay, cool. So when it comes in 33, right, it's like it blasts out codes through bone density, okay, that's attached to a 33 parallel, which is attached to a lot of old druid shit that was based and buried on purpose in order to not let you capture the other side, is basically what it was. But, okay, when the machine works the way it should, then this energy which is how it's working now for the first time, which is why I'm on here explaining it to you. And I got coyotes out front my house for the first time ever, is because we're at 16 degrees, and I'm going to explain that. So all the energy's going all purified, all and your own personal journey and anything that was changed and rectified according to universal law, as proven by anyone in your lineage, hooked back into them making moves, and or clearing, or doing the body work, or sending the dreams, or doing the quantum math, or planting the flowers, or having sex with your wife. I mean, all of it. It's all connected on gene counts and DNA that you just didn't realize that you were connected into. So, because this is the druid pole, basically, because it's Earth. So when that energy comes through this bone template to align the 33, but understand that what we did is it's no longer 33, it's 44. Because of the cycles that we ran through, and because I'm Venus, and this is what I brought in. I mean, my chart basically, my sun is right here at 14 degrees, and then I've got Mercury, blah, blah, Uranus, all right here, because I'm Arcturus, hooking these big-ass energy forces way out here, bringing it in, which is always what is or was, but it was future time templates that we could call femme fatale, that we could call any government DNA, super soldier,
Monarch Breeding Program, Project Paperclip, Project Philadelphia, blah, 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 gobble, 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 turkey, 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 cow. That is it. Because on Antarctica, they literally were blocking off Libra Ray. Literally, it was Excalibur's sword. I had the sword. It's not what you think. They were beaming in straight here, so it's like those codes came here, but then you didn't have any of this. So you literally didn't have a connection in order to process that information through your organic body and then to deliver the gifts in your body in order to produce your own reality. Instead, you were producing everyone else's reality for them and getting absolutely nothing and getting buried in their shit as it fell off of them. Literally, is what happened. Now it's not happening like that no more. Cause we're at a 44 template. So let me like really show you so you can really get what's happening right now. So understand that like they've lined up their they can't go back. They can't change shit. Whatever stories they have set to release, whatever's set to happen is gonna happen according to their broadcast airways because they've already written it and put it all into play. But it's gonna line up over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And it's like connecting into this is where the lower realm is starting. That's the collective, and it's like you're basically going, if you're either going to follow their timeline and follow their bullshit and ignore the facts that are coming at you, because the truth is the 44 templates are already in alignment. We already proved everything. We already connected it. Our energy is the one that's pulling it up because this whole realm now is lifting up in frequency this direction to lift us out of an ecliptic that was holding us down like that. So this whole planet with all of us, 30 million ascended, are on this 44, and this is what the COVID is. All that's happening is you're activating your body templates, and you're stepping in to the fractaled piece of you that they were reflecting anyway. But meanwhile, what we're gonna see for a minute is like, because ours is a much higher template, so it's like they're going to drop in and go, it's me. And then we're going to be like, wait a minute. Who are you? I'm confused. How this isn't making any sense. Well, no shit. Because your stuff was built off like low energy crap. So you're going to look foolish. In fact, every single person that thinks that they claim something, and the more that you have, you didn't understand the root of the game. Only a true druid would know a timeline shifts like that. And I told every single one of you, and you didn't listen. But we knew you wouldn't. Should have listened. Now the collective has charge. It's how it was always meant to be. You don't think we wrote it that way? We know your weaknesses. We cleared your DNA. We have all Akashic libraries. That's what happens when you go blowing up all libraries on the earth, trying to take all human knowledge. Then guess what? You just gifted it to every human on the planet because of number one rule on earth. Everything is polarized. You just have to have the consciousness to understand that we're connected this much. We've already proved it. We're here. But for the first time, it's aligning, and this whole orb is going up right now. Why? Because Venus is at 16 degrees. And when Venus goes into 16 degrees of this scale, in constellations, what it's doing, because right here is 12 degrees is Algorab. So if you have anything from 10 to 14, oh holy hell, welcome to my party, and you're my Egyptian sisters and brothers for real. And I'm sure we have some crazy ass stories to tell. Also, if I also realize if your MC is in Aries, 12 to 14 degrees, then you're a master soul from Algorab. Or is your MC on Algorab? Okay, well, Algorab is basic light and dark, fucking full on of each one. Boom, boom, boom. In your experience. It's like, I mean, MC 22 degrees. So MC 22. So you're a master soul from Spica. Cause that's why you're energetics. That's because Spica is the wheat. That's where we're heading. That's my point. Because it's dimensional. It's not flat. It's constellations over Libra that stack up. Everything was about the M and the W, the M22 star systems. You mean MI6? Yeah. You mean CIA? Mm-hmm. You mean satellite systems? Same thing. You mean Navy and submarines? Mm-hmm. You mean all underground bases and underground sub bases? Yeah. You mean all satellites that are gridded, and then in California, all those crazy little reflectors? Especially them. Because why? Because they're fracking energy up to refract fucking energy so that you don't get your body. Literally. Literally. Lots of primers in Libra. Lots of keys. I'm from 4004. Like, I've got a brother in Australia. It was like when we first connected when the COVID blew up, and because I had to get an energetic connection, because understand, this is the basis of physics now. Like, if we take this wheel, and I've got the pole right here in the middle, and it's 16 degrees now. I'm in the human body. I'm no longer projecting just light and dark. But understand, if you have those Algorab degrees, you are Bitcoin, you are making money, you are gold. Like, I've already had gold show up in my bed, raw gold. Like, we might even make it with our bodies. You're already for sure making plasma. When we energetically merge into a being with it, because like that's the other thing. Like, if I don't get into union and take in the sperm of the right DNA count, then I can't be here. I literally won't be able to exist here, because I'm the top of y'all, powered by all of y'all. So I need to be grounded. That's why all of us are virgins. That's why if you're a goddess and you're not in union, then you're now a goddess. You're a purified virgin. That sexual energy is what, in pure intent and understanding the pure nature of love and what sex is in this dimension and the power that it holds of healing. You just got out of goddess training. But our energy is so high, y'all can't even call us. You can't even call us. because we're energetically, we're the energy source that's floating over here, and the men are feeling it. They're like, I feel them. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Ah, there you are. Get in the car. Come to me. Hold on a minute. Because what has to happen is y'all have made that decision, and then now these waves are coming out of both of y'all's DNA counts, and for us angels, it feels like we're going back into hell. So be careful with us. We're having our own level of mastery in order, because we just came out of that crazy ass shit. We ain't going back in, is our knowledge, is our feeling, but we have to go back in because it's where your life is. But understand that we just walked through some crazy shit. So be nice to us and listen to us. Listen to us. When we tell you what has to be done in order to get to us, and don't say, oh shit, that ain't nothing, you're just being a whiny bitch complaining, da 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 da. No. That's not what it is. We're sick and tired of dealing with your shit. And literally, if union is not happening, y'all, which is possible still, depending on how many of y'all wake up and do what y'all need to do in order to help and assist it to happen. If it doesn't happen, then what's going to happen is a lot of old bloodlines are going to die. Because it's going to line up no matter. It really is up to every single one of us now making new decisions on new, but understanding how we do it. All you got to do is get your frequency up and make intent. That's it. When you say I this is who I want to meet, and I know you want to meet me, stop worrying about how it's going to happen. Stop. Don't. Where do you want to meet? Dream about it. Where do you want to meet? What is it going to look like? What does it feel like? When we get there, what are we going to do? Get me in there. Get me in the room. Let me feel it. You've got to feel it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what it's going to look like. Just get that energy. And if you're just talking on the phone, if you're do it, you have to do it. Same thing with your businesses. Same thing. We're going to get together. We're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. We'll meet back here in a week. If you get any syncs, call me. I'll be updating you when I get the trigger to update you. That's how it works. And then it's just like, boom, everything will happen to keep coming. But see, then if the money shows up for the plane ticket, but it's not you that has the money, but the partner has the money, then that money came. I made it come. Who says it's yours and not the money to get me there? And now I'm confused. Because like we did it all together, and you got the money. You thought it was for something else. You really don't need it for that, but instead you want me to go make more money. I can't do that. I'll incur karma for that. We don't need it. I can't focus my energy on something that you and me don't need, just because you think that I have to owe it, because you think that I didn't help you get the money to begin with, but I know I did, because I paid out the money on another timeline. You're talking to the druid who did it. Is a great example of how this gets all fucked up. It's like you can't, and I lived it, and I battled it with people for a long time. Now I'm like, okay, look, this is how it's done. This is how you're going to get to me. This is what we need to do. I can't sit here and wait forever. But then what that ends up doing, because I'm with the right people, I have the keys. So then you wake up in your power and they wake up in their. Now you're doing what you're here supposed to be. Now we're working together to manifest all unions together. Now we're bringing in the energetics of the people, and we're getting clues, and we're calling in stuff at major high levels, and now those signals are starting to go out of these royal lines, okay? And so it's like whoever's picking them up and crisscrossing and it's showing up at your door, freaking be grateful as hell, no matter what it is. Even if that motherfucker you think has a knife and you think he's coming in to kill you, then talk to him on the other side of the door first, make it right, and bring him in. Energetically, it's showing up because you pulled it in. You brought it in. It's there for you. It's an energy charge that came down here. Why is it at your door? Right? Is it because this is your shadow aspect and this is you, and holy shit, somebody's chasing him, but you don't even realize that they're really chasing you? It's why you've been hiding in your closet. It's why you're scared to open the door. And then they show up. I understand you don't want to open the door. You're scared, but holy shit, the only way to get out of your closet is to open the door. If you don't open the door, then that energy doesn't come in, and then y'all don't communicate, which is what it's all about. Why are you at my door, man? We need to get to the bottom of this. Everything's a mystery right now. Why is it there? You get to the mystery of you. You get back into the story of you. Why is it there? Both of y'all need to show up and figure out, why are you here? What keys do you? How am I supposed to assist you? And how are you supposed to assist me? Because I promise you that's what it is. And whenever you do that, what you're doing that you don't even know is bridging a whole Mongolian race. Because you understood that guy's perspective. You didn't kick him out. You used to be the king. You did it to him before. All world wars were fought about it. This time, y'all sat down and had dinner, and you figured out what the hell. You didn't argue, and then you gave each other compassion, and then you sent each other on your merry way. No more war. Never happened. And then what happens is that you now are vibrating with both of that. Now you create another you up here that's vibrating with the full knowledge of all of that, and then it'll align again. Or is that the one that's supposed to be there right now that you've been waiting for the whole time, that you knew was what you were waiting for, and there the fuck it is? That's up to you to decide. But it's definitely you're gonna have to walk. Don't get full on the chips before, and see, and understand too, this is why so many of our ascension plans were hijacked, because there were certain people that were supposed to give us certain amounts of money. But the thing is, they were showing up before, they had people showing up right before us, stealing their money, with the same concepts, same ideas, except not all of it. And then it's like we showed up on the doorstep in the middle of the COVID with going, hey, here we are. And they're like, oh shit, get the fuck away. Someone with that same bullshit just showed up and stole money from me. Well, you were dealing with my shadow, not me. So fuck me, right? Okay. It just made us stronger. How do you think we pulled this off? Right? And the more that they show up, like right now, robocalls and stuff, whenever you know that something's trying to come in your field, just do this. Uh-oh, they're in trouble. Uh-oh, they're in trouble. 'Cause they are. the more that when I say they, I mean the government, I mean NASA, I mean robocalls, I mean the nasty triangulation shit that they do on purpose in the middle of my conversations in order to try to get into the frame and in order to steal the currency so they can understand what it is that I'm saying through phonetics and their little twisted out fucking crazy shit. Well, as soon as they do that, then, oh my God, to every single one of us now, you basically have a lightning bolt that you're holding. Thank you. So now I have a reason to go dig in some crazy ass shit and I don't have to have any karma for it because you just messed with us. So every time that happens, don't get upset. Don't get scared. Literally, magic. Say, uh-oh, they're in trouble. Because they are. From the collective. Romance is coming. I feel it. I know we need to heal, right? I got to be careful what I say. They like to look up when I see that. Well, see and understand, what did I say? Literally, okay, when I say that, understand that the power of what I'm saying is so strong that I have to say literally in order to not make it as impactful. So when I say that, take note. Plus, we have to tell them what we're doing. It's the rules down here. They told you. They just didn't tell you they were telling you. We tell you we're telling you. So whatever I say on here, or whatever little things just come out or whatever, take note. Because we're having a meeting right now. Basically. At the highest level of a consciousness, and I'm telling you what I think needs to go on in a lot of ways, and then you're getting codes, and then you're going to write down some information for us, and then we're having a collective meeting. This is true democracy. Now, real quick, because how long am I at? 87 minutes. Shit. And I only have like a little bit of battery left. Let me see. Like, not much. Okay, so how do we do that right now? Tune to your frequency right now. Get clear, clear, clear. Because everything's balanced out to clear you. Don't do shit unless you feel like you need to right now. And be fucking nice to yourself. You're either bridging in freaking human codes or you're bridging in galactic codes. Either way, you're bridging in. Your body's activating. Keep your channels clear, and now start realizing what gifts you have, what's igniting, what energy's talking to you, what are you all of a sudden craving in food, what is it that you need to do next, and then start focusing on just your now moment and allowing it to come to you, knowing that it's coming. And if you feel, and get your frequency up to what you think it needs to be. Some of you need to come down. Some of you need to stop fucking eating vegetables all the time. You need some damn meat in you. You got to. How are you going to bring in a man? You got to make one. What blood you getting it from? You got to think about things. It's all energy. It's all magnetizing you to certain things in order to pick up it's magnet. When you put that energy in your field, you magnetize to that energy frequency. Every single time I'd start in the money thing, I'd all of a sudden have to go eat like a salami sandwich because it was the Italians and the mafia. And I'd be eating it, and then I'm tuning into pepperoni. Yeah, you can get a lot of information off pepperoni. For real. Because it tunes you straight in. So as we're balancing out this energy as a collective, and some of us are going up, and some of us are going down, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And meanwhile, what's happening is it's like beam me up Scotty realms up here, because for the first time, we not only have connectors right here, no. We got connectors right here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. This is star codes. This is the main thing. This is the closing of the gate. These are the codes that are coming down. December 14th. 11/11 line up for the okay. So as this is all coming down and we're coming up, and how do we balance out our frequency? Stop thinking any rules about your body. Get in your body and say, body, what do you want? I'm going to give it to you. Get rid of anything that you think you know about health or anything like that. Your body is clear. If you have if you have diabetes, your sugar is going to be all over the place because your pancreas is healing. It's no longer hooked into the Mormons. 5%. And I got 5%, so it's going to die. Sexual energy. Okay, I've already told my kings. Kings, if you're not in union, stop wasting your seed. You have to save it up. I don't wash my hair for 3 or 4 days so that I can have the frequency to bring them in. There's reasons you're doing all that from even a hygiene perspective. There's a reason because you're energetically tuning your scent. It's what it is. So women that are not in union, we need some sexual energy about new, not about necessarily your man specifically. It could be if you've been building one this whole time and you've been help manifesting like with my team and consciously hearing and literally working through brain patterns to build a new human, which realize from the star systems is exactly what's going on because we're filling Aquarius. This is exactly what's going on. Is where I'm having to charge my fingers over it. I'm sorry. I know it's just way professional, right? But the message is more important than the production. So I know I need to speak a little louder because I'm having to charge, okay? So, my queens and my goddesses especially, okay? Your and our sexual energy is what birthed everything down here. It's what birthed the men. It's what birthed the flowers. It's what birthed all of it. And cleaned it up and saved everybody's ass. So I need you guys, if you are looking for your union mate and you know who they are and you've been manifesting them, through the Egypt channels and you have those DNA strands, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know who you are, then definitely, and if you're in communication, then definitely focus on their image. But if you're in communication, make sure that you ask them, tell them what you're doing, tell them to meet you in the sacral chamber, tell them to meet you in your sacred chamber, okay, and tell them that that's what you're doing. They're not a part of it. The lust energy is what messes it all up. Just the women, you're sending out a pure frequency to them, and then what you're also doing is figuring out how they're getting it, because the most important part right now, and imagine how beautiful this is, because what you're all, and I know it sucks to be not together, but this is a unique period to where you're learning how to communicate to each other without devices, phones, because your true mates, it's like you're always together, you're always working it's like you're meeting your spirit guide on land. So as you're focusing and staying in the heart, and don't get too far ahead either. This is our, this is our house. Maybe if you're a big builder like me, because I need to go the next step to get down.
But right now, it's also, this is where we're going to meet. This is what we're going to do. This is who you're going to meet. You know, men, how are you going to decorate it? Like, are you going to be there? Or is she going to be there? Is she going to, you know, like, really? And then the women, what you need to do is have an orgasm to that and create the space. And then your men, your communication to them is, did you feel that? What did you feel? Did you feel like a rush through your body that cleaned you and healed you? Maybe. Did all of a sudden money show up? Possibly. Did all of a sudden somebody called and there's a cabin available? Probably. Right? No matter what, then you have a clearer channel to where it's like you both jump on the app at the same time to talk, because now I'm hearing you call my name. Even though I don't know that that's what I'm hearing, every single time I show up, I know there you are. You just called me there. How did you call me there? Right? What is it that you see that I don't see? It's really like that. But you have a unique period before you merge, because once you merge, okay, then understand it's going to open up even more. Then you're going to start taking on their gifts. They're going to start taking on your gifts. So it's like, this is the route to where you're starting to remember your gifts and your powers in order to assist the collective when you are gifted a divine union to do it. Right? Because it's what it is. You're both a gift to each other. No matter what each other is holding right now, it makes no difference. All that was an illusion. And then those of you who are gifted to be in a loving relationship and be, even if you're married and you haven't had sex in a while and whatever, if you're married right now and in a union, then you need to have sex with your partner, either to heal the situation, both to heal it, to figure out the root of it, to decide what we're supposed to do next, to heal one another, to heal the collective through us, to charge this energy to the power of the collective, and to heal with love and compassion, and to bring us the answer that we need. Or if you're in a blissful relationship, then holy hell, just send us the energy. Go like rabbits, please. We need you. Literally. And that is what's going to tune you up, because you're gifted in a union right now, especially right now. If you're in a love and sexual relationship, holy shitballs, please. Tell me where I can send the pizza so you can keep going. Literally. Because understand that the rest of us haven't even got there yet, because we don't have the charges. Some of them being dropped to get them there. The rest of your brothers and sisters that are then going to give you power more than just sex. I'm plugged in now. What y'all think about that speech? I actually don't have for a relationship. The new moon periods, you can also tell if you're linking in, if your periods change to new moon from full moon. It's a definite shift that happens in the, especially if you're working with any teenagers or 20-somethings, 30-somethings, or you have your kids have the girls around them. Watch. Even if it comes up, because it's all happening. Everyone's switching to the new moon, not the full moon. understand what I'm telling you. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not. Are you calling one in? If you're calling one in and you're not producing a orgasm as a goddess, they ain't coming. Everybody needs its sexual energy. It's how it's made through creation. Now, it's also a major block on a lot of us, especially that we're in the program. I mean, understand that for me, and I'll end on this just because it's that these are programs in your energy field that my crew and I have all broke out of. Don't get us wrong. We know that there's things blocking you. What we're here to tell you is that it don't have to be as difficult as you make it, and definitely don't tune in to an emotion that's coming up right now, because it's not even yours. It's just supposed to be there, like an Akashic little library. When emotion comes up right now from anything, if it, because you'll get taken to, you see the Civil War, or you'll see this, or you'll see that. Okay, whatever it is, it's there to show you so you can feel something. Now once you feel it, you're like, okay, thank you for that. Now make a little box. Shit I need to know about blowing shit up. Or mass extinction event, or whatever that box is, because it's not the point. The point is that now, with all your power here on land, which is why we're here, you can only reign it if you're pure of heart. So that event is to then, so next time you're freaking walking around, you think nothing's going on, and you're just walking down the street, and then all of a sudden something opens up out of the sky, and you're elevated quickly to take command. You got that feeling in your stomach. You got that feeling in your stomach, and as soon as you looked up, you saw it, and you got that feeling in your stomach. Oh shit, that blows up. And then that same feeling ignites in you, and then you know what level you're coming in at and what you're dealing with. That's it. That's it. That's why it's there. Or it's to unlock something in your Akashic library to get you to your next layer, right? No matter. That box gets pretty big, because it's the same event on each level. So it's like whenever you're walking, you're like, you're the whole fucking box. You ain't just a piece of it. You're the whole box, right? Because as you start walking and putting that in those boxes, okay, for my women, I'm feeling, see, god dang, there's a bunch of y'all. Okay, look, you, right, every single time, my whole life, every single time in this body, I got to where I was going to have an orgasm. It was like there was like a little movie. It was like a little movie that big that came up right here in my right eye. And it was, man, it probably only played a second. But that little movie had all this horrible shit that had degraded me sexually, I mean, to a child. So it was like every single time, no matter what, this little projector would come up, and it was like when I had an orgasm, no matter, it was set on a lower frequency, because I saw that right before. And so in 2018, as I was getting clear for 2019, that was something I had to train myself out of. Because literally what it was when your bubble got to that energetic charge, it of an orgasm, because of the amount of power that it expands, it's like there was a trigger that would show up that would dumb it down for a release. But I'm the only one that can control it. And then I'll tell you that it shifted, and this is as a woman coming out of it, okay? It shifted from like a whole bunch of weird little things. It's like, then it shifted. Then the problem was I didn't have a man's face to put on it that ever cared about me. Like, I had some amazing sex partners, but it's not what I wanted them. And it's like I would see these sex partners that now I know were my handlers because they were just there to get it out of me, not treat me good. Because it's really what it was when you were in it. So then it's like I had to go through a process of healing with myself and my body in order to get rid of that projection. So that's why I say, like, unless you have an Egyptian template twin union that you are currently coaching, that you are currently in a communication and an alignment with, don't focus on a face. It'll fuck you up. I learned it. Now I had to do it, but then you have to pull in that exact one. And then there's a shadow aspect that and you have no idea like what shadows are in them yet if you're not in union. So that's what I'm saying with this. There's a little bit of a change right there. There's a little bit of not that the way it was done wasn't right. I'm saying with these future energetics and the power of it and what we're all working together to do right now, your best is, if you're not in complete communication, to just gift the healing to your masculine, the healing to yourself. How about healing all of us women with these crazy projectors? Like, what the fuck, right? How about somebody get rid of that for us? That's all it takes is one focusing in on it. And it's gone. So, if y'all have any questions, I'm down here. I'm on my knees. That's my problem. I have no face for a man. Yeah. I'm grateful. Also, it's like we're all in the collective. What is it that you can do right now? See, what you can do right now is your superpower. No, it's not, sex isn't the only way that it can alchemize. But then if there's other ways that you can raise your vibration in the support of what those of us are doing that have mastered sexual energy. And it is a mastery, and that's why men cannot do it right now, because the pornography and all that crazy shit, I mean, it messed with y'all so bad. It, that's what all us women have. We did this to save y'all. All of us women have been here saving you men this whole time, even though you think that we're coming at you. No, we're not. No, we're not. No. We just know exactly what happened. Look, see, just even that word. See? Look, don't give it that power. Y'all gotta stop. Pornography was set up to fuck up our men. Like, it is what it was. It was a weapon. Don't give it any power. You finally found one that cleared through it. Okay, but no, they're still dealing with it. We're still dealing with it too. Us that have cleared sexual energy, did you hear me? We're virgins. Like, we haven't even been given the power of the ignition switch yet, boys and girls. Okay? Like, it's the most important. Why? This is why I'm here. One of the main reasons. Because I'm an ancient alchemist. And especially with this body type, but I'm more from the future. So it's like you have to get that sexual energy right within yourself in order to match a balanced sexual energy person. You don't want somebody feeding off your shit all the time. We're still saving the king. Okay? He's not free. He's not. We're freeing him right now. We are. But he's not free. He's doing exactly what he needs to do in his metal alchemy lab right now is he's connected into all y'all. He's counting on the red people and he's counting on us angels in order to have sex with the union of the men that he's already called in for them to activate, but he needs your power source and able to connect with them through the telepathy so us women can sit the fuck down and not have to be warrior soldiers anymore. Y'all ready for that? Because I'm ready for that. I'm ready to pull this feather out of my cap. We're all doing this together. This was a live broadcast from the collective at the highest energetic perspective to tell us how can we balance out, how can we assist, what's going on, so that we can manifest it and get this show on the road. Because this is connected no matter. It just depends on how many earthquakes are going to start. See, it's going to happen. If the earth where he's at and I am at has to magnetize and freaking blip out every motherfucker in the middle, it will happen. That's not up for debate. All y'all on the ground with the responsibility that you have earned now have to step into your role. And if not, then you're going to be replaced. And it cannot be by fear. And it can't be by not witnessing what it is that you know your truth in your heart. Because if you do, then you completely backed out of the game. And you ain't even in a 44. Definitely not. That's okay. That just means that you got to go do a little bit more and you got to understand, because then you can't be reliable on the ground when that message gets to you to do the right thing for the collective and the hive. That's how it works. And you can change it any time. It just means every time you change your intent, whatever you're focusing on with that intent, you can change it at any time. But from a collective standpoint, I'm talking collective standpoint. There's not a whole lot of times that we have to come on and do specific energy things all at the same time. But whenever you're balancing out Libra in an unconscious collective with 30 million who ain't even got it all together yet, by any means, especially with a whole entire male race that us queens are having to still run through a back door. Because none of us have been acknowledged as who the fuck we are within the elder tribal communities that are all listed into the government control. You don't even want to know what all I found out today. So that's what we're talking about. As Venus goes into 16 degrees, which is going to fall into Hercules, so basically the blood's going to go up or it's going to go down. Zoop! This is our space for 5 years. This is where we're running the world for 5 years. They're in the story where they put us, basically, wherever your false projection was, now they're unburying themselves from it. You're running them. as it light frequency lifts, 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 lifts. It breaks spells, breaks spells, breaks spells, breaks grids, and then everyone just goes, "Oh, look! Holy shit! Did you see that?" Because it was all an illusion of your DNA, and you're seeing the true. You're gonna see the true. And if you're seeing me in your dreams, and if you're seeing versions of me, it's me. Or if I'm popping up right now on your TV and it's a weird sync because you've got it playing in the background, it syncs up. Hell yeah, go like this. If you get Christy, CHRISTI. See, it matters. I appreciate that, but it matters. CHRSTI. Look, when you get a sync like that, go. Take both thumbs, go like that. When you're driving in your car and it's like you see it's 232 and then the license plate next to you is a 232. Whenever you get my I'm sending you a video right. Somebody I'm sending video electron stuff right now to let them see it's real. So it's like they've got something going on in the background that's syncing up with everything I say. They need to be going like that every time, because then what you're doing is laying a charge. I caught it. I'm linked right there. And then what happens is your energy will change up to it, and now you can get in a room with me. Well, I know we're feeling their emotions, but it's our job as mothers not to put it in a box. Okay. That's Joe's version of the story. I'm sure I'm going to see Travis's version. I just got Peter's version. So, snap. But just cross your fingers. All you're doing is that. But you're doing it with intent to snap to meet in the middle. So you're laying an energetic frequency here on the plane, and it will link in that whatever that was. It'll link it in, and then you'll go. It'll pull you in a clearer field. Might take you to a school, like in your dreams. Might get you out of something in your dreams so that you don't have to live it. Might be to where you're ready to clear energy with me, and that's what's happening is we're still clearing energy fields without siphon, because there's only a few ways that you can get to me right now. There's for a reason. Don't be going and opening up a whole bunch of new channels right now. Not yet. However if you've been using Facebook Messenger, cool. If you've been using Zoom, cool. If it's on your phone, cool. Use it. Don't go download anything new right now. The people that show up, and if you need to have a face-to-face, then it's your job to figure out a solution to get a face-to-face. And it might even take a few days, because what you're doing, unbeknownst to you, is clearing the energetic channels through technology and satellites in order for it to happen in a pure frequency, which is actually dropping energy gates. But we have to figure out how to make it happen. We're the ones with the solutions down here. So it all happens when it's supposed to happen. But understand, everything is for a reason. Because what you don't understand is that every bank's had to be cleaned. Every dollar, everything. And whenever you're lining up with the pure starseed like me, it's 0 point. And whenever you're a man and you're in my field, you're manifesting everything your heart desires. Especially if you're having sex with me. So, and that's all of us. So you can't be with a man that has hidden desires. They have to be tested. And you have to be tested in order to know that if you are with the king, that whenever you get alerted, you're not going to hide in your fucking room and be scared that the men are going to yell at you when you're yelling, something's coming. They have to get it that if I'm having a reaction, it's not me. What the hell is going on? Like, you know, all that is what is happening in yourself, in other everybody in yourself at the same time. And then then basically you're getting a balance partner. And then you're coming together in order now to see how this thing works. But it's not like, oh, there you are, boom, boom, we're together. Not anymore. Still, it's spelled wrong. Oh my god. My name is Chastia. Chastia. I love y'all, but I swear it's a program and it drives me crazy. Chastia. It's chakra. It's where Christ came from. But it's just your pure organic. Y'all, everything blew up down here. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say that. Everything blew up down here. That we had to come up and remanifest and figure out how to put it back together. It's magnetic, it's energy. You know, when if a computer blows up, and if all the energy that's coming out of it blows up, it still exists. So it's like it's in a bubble. So, and you can't, if you make soup and you accidentally leave the salt shaker lid off and then you put the whole salt thing in it, but it's everything that you have to make soup for your whole family, then what do you have to do? You have to figure out how to make it work, right? So when you take technology and you put it in the soup, it's what it is. It's always what it is. It's a fractal of your DNA. It's your power. Cell phones are not going to work for people pretty fucking quick if they have bad energy because there's no more Wi Fi. You are the Wi Fi. Some of us are entire fucking galactic satellites with GPS of Earth. Just in our basic field, 0 point. Yes. Yes. And the men need to stop thinking that they don't have anything to do once they find her. It's like what else is happening is like, there you are, get to me. Okay. It's not that easy right now because we're all working together and we're still not everybody. Once everyone remembers their powers, then it's easy, but it takes a minute. I mean, we're still unlocking. I mean, I don't know all of mine by any means, but I know the ones that I do know, and then and I know that I've mastered them to this point, and now it's suddenly making sense why I know all this stuff. Because I'm here to remind y'all. Because I can tell you how magic was taken from the realm. I'm Libra. I have the court case. No, it's okay. It's coming out. I'm never mad. I'm never. But there's a program on that word. I don't care how many. It's right there, and everyone will spell it wrong. Why? Why? It's Christ with an I at the end. Why? That's my point. I mean, they still celebrate Corpus Christi. It's where I opened the thing down here in Texas. It's the link into the Spaniards. But why is it that you can't remember how to spell my name? Right? It's a program. All right, guys. My email is coco at Hold on. For those of you who feel like you need to reach out, I am going to be journeying. I'm anybody, Missouri, Kansas, Iowa. In Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, in those areas, if you have a cot for me for the night, we're having to do this Smoky Bandit style for real, meaning all working together, using what we've got to help one another. And I'm gonna have to start on a journey. Take a screenshot. There's my email. I'm gonna be journeying towards that area. And if you have a place for the night, Pennsylvania, I need to look and see if Blue Flame, I think you emailed me, but if you can email me again, I'd really, really appreciate it because stuff got buried. If you can email me again and because I've got to come that direction. And if anybody has somebody even that they know is, because I'll be sharing my energy. There's a reason. If someone pops in your head right now that you think I'm supposed to meet, to share knowledge, to open up, or people especially that are just ready to give up, whatever it is energetically, when I come there, number one, we're clearing all the Masonic grids, and we're clearing all the witchcraft and all that crazy ass shit. Any grid that is around that area, I see, and we blow up. It's what I'm here for. But I'm also need a place to sleep. And so in doing so and offering me a place to sleep, then of course I open up Akashic libraries and assist in every way possible. Healings or cleaning your house of crazy shit, because I do that. Or, whatever it is, there's an equal exchange for that. I'm heading from Texas up northeast by way of Kentucky too. Florida. That's been coming up a lot. I might take you up on, I think by the time we complete this, I'll be more like setting up a seminar. Well, I know shit. I ended up in Missouri at the Ozarks right after I activated, after I took the mantle of my Uncle Dan in the Remnant Church in the Ozarks. And so anybody in Missouri, definitely email me, because that would be a good stopping point to my final destination. Iowa, Missouri, Kansas. See, I've already been up and down in there, but that the point is getting to the person that I'm supposed to get to next in order to be the net of this energy release. There's going to be a couple of people that are like pinpoints, and whether they know it or not, they're, and either by bone or triangulation codes, either one don't matter. Y'all are holders. You're like energetic black boxes, and you're the hardest ones to break open because there's only one who can. There's only one who can. It's like you can't open it up until the right person comes, because what you're doing is so powerful. You've never been able to open it before. So it's like, again, your biggest strength is going to be your biggest fear. So I feel like Because whenever I put out that message and then y'all are hearing it, then what's happening is it's lining up, and then there's a couple that'll make a couple of actions, and then it'll line up directly how it's supposed to be. So, I'll be back. I'm not packing up today, but it's being lined up, I think. Yeah. Well, remember, we're the men. Mm-hmm. Definitely. On the Rockefeller thing. That's that 33 timeline I'm telling you is not going to line up. Now, yeah, you were stolen. Wow. Trip out. I have a dream that matches up with that under ice thing. I mean, but that's where my don't get me started into Antarctica. I got a whole I could do a 3 hours with Gaia.com on Antarctica. Well, then call in that energy. If you know that blue flame, then what you do is you call in that energy of those deceased to power you and give you that information and support it and alchemize it through you. That's what we had. That's how we did it. We had to start in our local areas. It started in Sarah's backyard in Ireland. It's where we brought up and did all the Masons from the Irish there, and then alchemized them into the Green Man. And then, oh my God, Sarah, what happened? Then it led us like a week later into Bridget, and then all of a sudden I'm sewing everybody's head back on. We blew up Metatron's cube then. But that's the cosmic kilt. That's what we're in now. It's plasma dome. I know, right? It is true, though. It is true. All right. I love y'all. Get the vibe high. Alchemize, get the vibe high. And then, man, just tell me, hey, Chestia, tap in. Like, start connecting with me, and then I'll come pulling towards y'all, too. Doesn't have to be in the physical, too. Or if it's like, hey, I need some information on da-da-da, say Chestia, tap in, and then just let it flow. I bet you go on a rabbit hole. Let me show you how it works so that you can teach others to show them how you're talking to them.